Hello everyone, I am Gobikanan. Welcome to our maths class. Exercise 3.2, question number 19. A trust fund has 30,000 rupees that must be invested in two different types of bonds. So the trust has having the 30,000 amount had invested in two different types of bonds, and the first bond pays 5% interest per year and second bond pays 7% interest per year. Okay, you can using matrix multiplication determine how to divide 30,000 rupees among the two types of bond. Suppose the trust fund must obtain an annual total interest rupees 1800. That means you get annual interest for 1800 means the trust how much amount will be deposited in first bond and second bond. You can identify it. And the second question, 2000 rupees. So let X be invested in the first bond and the second bond, the total amount minus the first bond. The second bond equal to total amount, total investment amount minus the first bond. You will get the second bond of amount. And the given data, the first bond pays 5% and second bond pays 7% interest per year. Using matrix multiplication, determine how to divide 30,000 rupees amount in two types of bonds. Now we have consider the first subdivision. So we will get the simple interest for per year rupees 1800. So the formula simple interest, how to calculate the simple interest means simple interest for 1 year, which is equal to principal value into interest rate divided by 100. So this is an calculating the simple interest per year. Now you have take the matrix multiplication. You have considered the row, the amount of the bond, the first bond and the second bond. Second bond you have take 30,000 minus X. Next, second matrix you have take the interest of the bond. So the first row you have take the amount of the bond, two different types of bond, that is the principal value into rate. The rate means the interest per year. So that is 5%. 5% means you have considered 5 by 100 and 7% means 7 by 100. So totally you get the interest for the first year rupees 1800. So which is equal to 1800. Okay. Now I have multiplied the two matrices. This is an order of 1 by 2. This is an 2 by 1. So multiplication is possible. I have take the multiply x into 5 by 100, 5x by 100 plus 30,000 minus x into 7 by 100. So 7 into 30,000 minus x divided by 100, which is equal to 1800. The both denominator are same. So you have take the cross multiplication. We get 5x plus multiply the 7 inside the values. So 7 3s are 21 and put the 4 zeros minus 7x, which is equal to 1800 into 100. That means 20. Okay. You have see the values here 5x and minus 7x, that we get minus 2x, and have shifted on right side. We get here 1,80,000 minus 2,10,000. So we getting the value 30,000. So the difference amount of this value is 30,000, and the biggest value is negative. So we get the minus sign. So the both side are sign cancel, and we need x value. So x, which is equal to 30,000 divided by 2, so which is equal to 15,000. Therefore, in order to obtain an annual interest of rupees 1,800, the trust fund should invest the first bond should be 15,000. So what is the remaining amount? Remaining 30,000 minus 15,000, we get 15,000. Okay, so the second bond also invested in 15,000. So the same question, rupees 2,000 for the annual interest per year. So we already obtained the matrix multiplication equation. So we have replaced the 1,800 by 2,000 in the simple way. Okay, we have cross multiplied by 100, we get 5x plus 7 multiply inside, we get 7 3 are 21, and put the remaining zeros, minus 7x, which is equal to here 2000 into 100. Okay, so the calculating the value is minus 2x here, minus 2,10,000. The sum value, we get the difference amount of the value is 10,000, 2,10,000 and 2 lakh. So we get 10,000 and minus 10,000. So the minus should be cancelled. We get the x value. So x equal to 10,000 divided by 2, we get 5,000. Okay, so the trust must have invested the first bond amount is 5,000 rupees and the second bond invested in 25,000. That only the trust has had in getting the annual interest per year has 2,000 rupees. So the trust invested in first bond is rupees 5,000 and second bond is rupees 25,000. Question number 20. The bookshop of a particular school has 10 dozen chemistry books and 8 dozen physics books, 10 dozen economics books. Their selling prices are rupees 80 and 60 rupees and 40 rupees each respectively. So find the total amount the bookshop will receive from selling all the books using matrix algebra. So the given prices are each book, that only, but the school order in chemistry book has had 10 dozen and physics books 8 dozen and economics books 10 dozen. So we have using matrix algebra and calculate the total sum value, total amount of the books. Okay, solution. Now find the total amount of money that will be received from the sale of all these books can be represented in the matrix form. So first you have arranged the you have formed the books. So how many books in order? In chemistry book has 10 dozen, so we have mentioned 10, and physics books 8 dozen and economics books has 10 dozen. So these are all mentioned the dozens. So 1 dozen, which is equal to 12. So we have multiplied 12 into 10, 120. That is 10 dozen of chemistry books and 8 dozen of physics books and 10 dozen of economics books. So we have simply write and into the prices of each book. So in chemistry book, in one chemistry book has 80 rupees. So we have mentioned the column matrix 80, 60, 40. So this is the matrix form of the given theoretical value. So which is equal to, now multiply this two matrix 12 into, we have multiply the value 10 into 80. So we get 800 plus 8 into 60. So 480 plus 10 into 40, we get 400. So the sum of the values 800 plus 480 and plus 400, we get 1680. So we have multiplied 12 into 1680 we get 20,160. Therefore the bookshop will receive rupees 20,160 from the sale. So question number 21. Assume X, Y, Z, W and P are the matrices of order 2 by n, 3 by k, 2 by p, n by 3 and p by k respectively. The restriction on n, k, p so that py plus wy will be defined are. So which one of the answer to find? To find py plus wy will be satisfied, which answer you can find. Okay, first of all we have considered p and y matrices. So solution, so the matrices p and y are of the orders. So the matrix P order is the last one, so that is P by K, and the order of Y, the second one, so the second one is 3 by K respectively. Okay, in the given question P into Y, so multiplication of P Y, therefore the matrix Py will be defined here P by K and 3 by K. So we have the matrix when the matrix multiplication is possible, the first matrix P, the column should be equal to the row. So will be defined if k equal to 3 only possible. Suppose the first matrix k value is 3 means the py multiplication py is possible. Okay, next we have consider w and y matrix. So matrices w and y are of the orders w, the last before, so that is n by 3, and the y matrix already we know that 3 by k respectively. Okay, the given question w into y, so you have multiply the matrix, we get the order of wy matrix, we get n by 3 cross 3 by k. So the multiplication number of columns should be equal to number of rows. So we get the order of wy matrix is n by k or nk we have write down. Okay, so we have write n by k or nk. Okay, so matrices py and wy can be added only when their orders are the same. Okay, we have find out the py, order of py is p by k, that is p by 3 is a possible, and the order of wy is n by k. Okay, so the k values you know that what is this 3, so the order of number of rows in P and number of rows in N should be equal, the matrix addition is possible. Therefore we define K equal to 3 and P equal to N. P equal to N are the restrictions on N, K and P. Py plus wy will be defined. So the first option should be right. Question number 22. Assume X, Y, Z, W and P are matrices of order 2 by n, 3 by k, 2 by p, n by 3 and p by k respectively. If n equal to p, then the order of the matrix 7x minus 5z is which one? Now find the order of 7x minus 5z. Solution. So the matrix order of x, the first one, so which is respectively 2 by n. So order of the matrix x is 2 by n. In the given question, 7 into x, we multiply any scalar into matrix, the order should not change. So the order of 7x is also 2 by n, is the same order. Next we have consider Z matrix. The matrix Z, the third one, which is respectively order is 2 by p. Therefore the order of matrix Z, which is equal to 2 by p, we have multiply the constant, that is 5, that 5Z, that is also the same order 2 by p. We have see this, the both matrix will be subtracted. So the addition and subtraction should be possible for the same order, that only. Okay. Here the given hint is n equal to p. Given the n equal to p is the given. So we have applied here 2 by p changed by 2 by n, because the matrix order of 7x is 2 by n, here 2 by p. So the number of columns should be equal, means the multiplication is possible, because the row, he has said the first 7x row is 2 and 5z row is 2, both are same. So when we add and subtract, the order should be same. So the n equal to p, that only the possible. So you have apply n equal to p, the matrix order of 5z is 2 by n. Okay, thus the matrix 7x minus 5z is well defined and is of the form and is of the order, not the form, and is of the order is 2 by n. Okay, thank you to all.